Every morning at exactly 6:15, the bell above the door of the small town. Diner rang and an old man named Henry walked in alone. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of small moments to change lives, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Voice. Also, tell us in the comments where in the world are you watching from? Wearing the same faded coat and careful smile and every morning? Lily, the young waitress, greeted him like he mattered because to her, he always chose the same corner booth, ordered the cheapest coffee, and sat quietly reading an old newspaper, sometimes staring out the window as if waiting for someone who would never come. Lily noticed the way his hands shook when he lifted the cup and how he counted his coins before paying, so without ever saying a word, she began refilling his coffee. For free, slipping an extra slice of toast onto his plate and sitting with him for a few minutes when the diner was empty. Henry never asked for help, and Lily never made him feel like a charity case. She simply listened as he spoke about his late wife, about how mornings were the hardest, and how the diner was the only place that still felt warm in his life. Weeks turned into months, and their silent routine became the best part of Lily's long shifts. One winter morning, Henry didn't show up, and Lily felt a strange heaviness in her chest. Days passed, then weeks, and still no Henry. The booth stayed empty, and Lily kept his mug clean just in case. Then one quiet afternoon, the diner door opened, and 4 men in black suits walked in, followed by 4 serious-looking bodyguards. The entire place went silent, the lead man asked for Lily by name. Her hands shook as she stepped forward, fearing she had done something wrong. The man introduced himself as a lawyer and asked her to sit down. He told her Henry had passed away peacefully in his sleep, and Lily felt tears rise before she could stop them. The lawyer continued, explaining that Henry had been a retired businessman who sold his company years ago and lived simply by choice. He had no children, no close family, and very few friends, but every morning he wrote in a small notebook about the one person who made his days worth waking up. Lily listened in disbelief as the lawyer placed the notebook on the table. Every page was filled with her name, her kindness, her smile, the way she never let him feel invisible. The lawyer explained that Henry had changed his will months before his death, leaving Lily his house, his savings, and the small diner itself, which he secretly owned through a trust. Lily cried openly, unable to understand why a man she only treated with kindness would change her life forever. The lawyer said Henry once told him that Lily reminded him that humanity was still alive, and that kindness should always be rewarded not with money but with purpose. Lily used the inheritance to renovate the diner, keeping Henry's booth exactly the same and starting a free breakfast program for lonely seniors every morning at 6:15. She pours an extra cup of coffee and smiles, knowing Henry is still there in spirit, watching kindness continue to grow. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel Kindness Voice, because stories like this remind us that even the smallest kindness can change a life forever.